Hey, and we're live. I'm Devon, I'm a game developer, and today we're going to be continuing my stream of XCOM 2, War of the Chosen. Now, last time, left right in the middle of a story mission with some of the new content, so going to hop right back into that, and then once we've wrapped that up, I think I'll probably take a seat back and share some thoughts on some of the content we've played through, just see how things have gone. Alright, looks like everything is working on audio, so hopping on into the game. We have our first campaign that had the audio problems yesterday. Alright, so in the previous story section, we escorted one of the Reapers to this meeting, and now we are bringing the other possible faction, the Skirmishers, who are a group of rebellious Advent troops, which is a pretty cool concept. Specifically, we've got Praetor Mox, or Praetor Mox. So these guys have the ability to shoot and move, or double shoot is their big thing. They've also got a grappling hook. Oh man, that is a great way to get into a lot of trouble. So going to start off just moving forward here somewhat cautiously, because this is still XCOM after all.
Moving. That's affirmative.
Alright. So getting into the swing of things here, picking up after yesterday. So we've got our Grenadier, our Rookie, and our special named character, Mox. So we're just trying to get to the escort point here, and then we're unsure what kind of resistance we're going to be seeing in the meantime. We don't know if we'll be seeing more of the Lost, who are the zombies, so you get to just kind of machine gun through, or if there will be Advent troops, or if we'll be fighting aliens, or what. But just going to be moving forward, getting a feel for Mox's abilities as a character. Alright, and we did see a little enemy activity up there. So I like getting to move up to here and get behind some nice cover with the Rookie. And still no movement, so we can safely move the other guys forward, gain a little ground here. Now, we're leaving people out of cover, which is generally pretty dangerous, but because we're not exposing any more territory, there's no chance that we're going to get to encounter enemies before our next turn. Alright, we get to... Alright, it is interesting that that is only half cover. We do have full cover here. So that's pretty nice for, So this is also a point where we could have Mox grapple up if we want. Now, one thing that I don't know that is a little annoying... So the grapple on the some of the late-game suits you get elsewhere in the game do not cost you any actions to use, so I'm guessing this is the same, but I do feel a little bit of fear that it's going to pop me up here and then cost me my action. Let's go ahead and run my Rookie in first, just get behind this full cover. And then we can have Mox go ahead and grapple up. We've got full cover up here, so this looks like a pretty good position to me.
A new approach. Don't remember seeing these things before. You were not meant to. Purifiers were created with a singular purpose, to contain the Top 10, the Lost. We must eliminate this patrol quickly before others arrive.
Alright, so he does still have the two actions, which is good. So let's see. What do we know about these guys? They are orange Advent troopers. Don't really see anything they've got, so we've just kind of got to play it safe until we get a feel for what they can do. If I can drop a grenade on them, that would make me happy. So we do have this Grenadier, whose special ability is that he has longer range grenades, and they have a larger radius, which will be great for this. So he can actually run a couple steps up to here, get in full cover, and then hopefully land a really good grenade on these guys to clear out some cover for other two troops to take advantage of. Now that is unfortunate. I was hoping it would get him up far enough to take out this guy's cover, but it looks like he is one square short. I think it's still worth spending one of my two grenades here, just because I don't have a feel for these guys yet, so really minimizing risk sounds good. And 6 health is a lot for enemies we're encountering this early in the game. So we'll also be setting this car on fire, which is nice, or it could even explode immediately, which would probably be enough to take this guy out. So we'll start off with the grenade and see where things go from there. Alright, so we did not succeed in destroying any cover, which is unfortunate, but this car is on fire, so he will die if he doesn't move any further. We do not have great shots on either of these guys. We definitely want... What does Justice do? Interesting. To pull a humanoid target to you and kill it. Interesting. So, I think until I get a better feel for these guys, I'm gonna sidestep into cover here. And then is there either of these shots worth taking? So this is a 66 and a 50. So I think we'll probably want to put Amy on Overwatch, just because we've got this guy pinned behind a burning vehicle, so if he stays there it'll explode and kill him. So if we Overwatch, he'll have to run out from cover and take the Overwatch shot in the open. So we could take a shot on this guy and get a reasonable shot. We could just take the shot at this guy kind of for free. I do kind of want to see what these guys do. I actually think I like taking, even though it's usually better to clear out any enemies as possible, I think I like taking the shot at this guy in the back for the higher chance to hit, and then just trying to finish whichever one moves first off with Overwatch, being as they don't really have any good flanking positions and our entire team's in heavy cover. Alright, so no luck, but then we just get to Overwatch there. Yep, and exactly as planned, rookies are useless.
Target's still up.
So fortunately, all he's got is shot against heavy cover. Oh, what? Huh. So we learned what these guys do. Are you on fire? Okay, so she's not currently on fire, but looks like almost any move she makes puts her on fire? I wish I had a better understanding of how this worked. Alright, so you've got a flank shot on this dude, which is nice. These guys do not appear to be super conscientious about cover. So, I mean, I've actually got some pretty good backup plans here in terms of I can take a 100% shot on this fellow and then use a grenade to finish them off, worst case scenario. So pretty much regardless of what happens, I'm in reasonable shape as far as actually dealing with the enemies goes. My big concern is this rookie that's standing in a fire pile. So I don't really know well enough how this fire works, because I have not dealt with these fire attacks. So it's confusing to me. I can move here safely, but if I take a second step, it says it puts me on fire. So I can stay where I am and maybe not be on fire, but it's really not clear how this is going to work. Like, and if she does get lit on fire, I don't have a med kit to heal her. So if you're on fire, you can jump in water, is actually a mechanic in the game, but it looks like this, you can't leap off the docks here. And I'm not seeing any other water to hop into. Is this water up here? So if she gets on fire, I could try and sprint up here. I can't tell if that's water or smoke. I'm dithering about quite a bit here. So, I think my inclination is just leave her where she stands for the time being. What's your crit chance from up there, Mox? 40% crit, which would presumably kill him? Alright, well, I feel like I'm probably taking this shot regardless, so let's just see if we get the crit here so we can adjust our tactics accordingly. So did get the crit, did not get a kill. Ability points from shooting on high. So I'm not going to have to start paying a little more attention to those systems at some point here. So I can kill both of these guys with a frag grenade if I want to, which, I'm not going to lie, they do scare me a lot. So basically, it's telling me anywhere I move her is through fire. Except one step here. Okay, so... I'm trying to remember if there's a checkpoint system. For, yeah, so if I go here... Yeah, it really does imply that anywhere she goes. So I think what I'm going to probably do with her is hunker down and hope that the fire shrinks rather than spreading. Now, it's really unfortunate to be using my second Grenadier grenade here, but I'm pretty terrified of this fire, especially when I'm trying to protect my characters. So, I think I'm just going to go ahead and toss down a grenade on these two guys. Just because that's guaranteed to finish them both off.
You weren't kidding when you said those tanks could explode.
What?
Careful with these things. We don't need to take any unnecessary
Missed when he said
The
that...
patrol has been liberated. May their lives not be lost in vain. We must push forward and complete our mission.
Works for me. Move out.
Okay. Yeah, I missed the part where he said that they exploded, so I'm glad that I didn't die when that happened. Man, I really am trying not to get this rookie set on fire, and I think I'm just gonna hunker her and hope.
Holding position.
Oh, yeah, and you've got that whole thing where you can, do two actions. That actually might have saved me a grenade there. Okay. Yeah. So that was a bit of a misplay. I did not remember that he could, use his second action as an attack. So I, at the very least, could have gotten away with, using my rookie's grenade instead of my grenadier's, which is pretty meaningful. And quite possibly... yeah, could have just saved a lot of resources. Like, grenadiers are so powerful that using a second grenade there's pretty big cost. I think I want to reload rather than Overwatch here.
Fire's getting closer.
So you said fire was getting close and then it went out, which leads me to be distrustful of things you say in the future. Alright, so, first skirmish. Spent more grenades than I would have liked, but came out uninjured, so that's good. So, the grapple has a cooldown, that makes sense. We could actually move the rookie up into Mox's current position, which is pretty nice. We're not under any time limit. So, I kind of like moving Mox down to here, just to keep moving forward. And then move the rookie up to his position. So actually, just because it'll expose more territory, let's move the Grenadier up, just in case. Alright. And then rookie up to high ground position. Rookie can take a reload. Mox on Overwatch. Grenadier on Overwatch. Oh, man. Fire is terrifying. Ah! Okay, that's another one of those misclicks, which is, scary as hell. Alright, and given that, I really don't want to expose absolutely anything else, so just gonna take another Overwatch. Alright. So, which way are we actually going? We probably need to go through that gate, and then up to here. So we are kind of exposed to ambushes on potentially both sides. So that makes me kind of want to, like, pick a side and focus on kind of moving up that side and keeping cover. This light post is pretty nice. Stairs go up to here. Is there a cover here? And this building is very, like, insistently invisible. Alright. We'll just send Mox up to here. Well, that's a little bit more aggressive than I want. Let's spend a turn moving other folks up first. And then we can move Mox up. Kristoff, Amy, and Mox.
Understood. Moving out. I'm on it.
It is under my watch.
Overwatch.
Alright.
I go as ordered.
Moving to position. Moving out.
So now we're just going from moving in cover to keeping a really tight little group just to keep our sight lines minimal. See, the thing is, there's all this... I'm exercising all this caution, and I don't even know whether there are more enemies left on the map. So that is not cover, interestingly. Alright.
Moving there.
Oh, wow. Alright.
This is no patrol. It's an army.
Yes, one we do not have time to face.
Everyone, get back!
Well, that's exciting.
Purifiers may be down, but unfortunately, that was our extraction point.
I fear that is not the worst of it. Multiple biological signatures rapidly on approach to your position.
The lost. The sounds of combat excite them. They are drawn to it.
You just blow up a fuel truck?
There was no other choice. Find an alternate exit. We will deal with the lost. Draklar. Dashers. They are not as docile as the rest of their kind.
An apt description. It would seem the mutation has somehow accelerated these Dashers' metabolism, allowing enhanced speed and agility, with a corresponding increase in aggression.
Okay. So, I wonder how good the Lost are at climbing. I don't really want to... So, it looked like it was showing me a group of them over there. Oh, okay, they just said something about climbing, so that's good. Okay, so we don't actually have a target where we're trying to get, so we're really just, shooting the Lost for a little while, so to me that indicates that we just go stand in the middle of nowhere and overwatch for a turn, and then adjust accordingly. Oh, Mox has 2 actions. So if I can get sight on them, it is actually valuable to get
To that
some
position.
first shots. There we go. So we don't know how fast they can move. We don't know, we haven't been hit by one of these, so we don't know how much damage they deal yet. So I'm not super inclined to rely on overwatching, so... I can just insta-kill one of these, and then it'll presumably refund the action, and I'm not sure... I assume there's a cooldown on this, but this will give me effectively 1 free kill if 93% chance, so that should be good.
No one escapes.
Good job.
We deny our creators.
Oh. So that didn't give him the free action. So that's a little rough. Alright, and grenades aren't as... Man, these have random amounts of health. 2, 3, and 4. Alright. So this is... closest that gets a bunch of them. This is a little risky. You deal a good amount of damage, so you can, he's minimum on the floor, which is good. Alright, and that's rough.
Missed.
That's affirmative.
Alright, I'm gonna be honest on you, rookie. I'm kind of counting on you to hit 1 or 2 of these, because next round could get really ugly. Alright. Alright. On the 2.
Enemy down.
You have earned that promotion, rookie. Alright.
I'm running low on ammo.
Well, let's see how far these come.
The shockwave of that explosion reverberated throughout most of the city. I would expect a
Okay,
significant
so they
reaction
come
from
far,
the
but they don't
The
move an
only
attack
reaction
after that.
I will accept from them is their deaths. Find us that base.
Alright, so you just get to kill all 3 of these guys. So that's pretty good. So that one.
Triumph.
And that one.
I am the victor. Weapon ammunition is low.
Alright. Alright, Amy, what do you got? You got 84, 66, 67. So you with the big gun, 84% is actually better than Mox's chance of killing this, so I'll go ahead and take that shot.
Enemy down.
Okay, so we're holding position, surviving for several turns. Alright, so then Mox, you have a 64 and a 61. We might just want you to reload at some point here. So you're the only person with 2 actions left. So we actually, it's better for you to reload first.
Rock and roll!
And then if you get a free action off of this, you can reload again.
Enemies down! Enemy eliminated!
Alright, and then we're good. So, you've got 2 actions left, so you get to reload and then Overwatch.
I will watch.
As do you.
Ready to go.
Alright, yeah, the Lost are a really fun mechanic. I really enjoy fighting against these guys.
Moving to Overwatch.
We're green to go!
I wonder if overwatching is actually a bad idea, just because it's spending ammunition on shots with a lower hit chance, and ammunition is relatively more valuable against these guys.
I must focus my strength.
That whole area is hotter than we thought. Gonna need a little more time.
Understood. Holding position.
So this is a little risky, but I do actually like the idea of getting more shots on these guys. Rather than just all focusing on that one. So, alright, so everyone has the same shot on all of these guys. Can also grenade here. Shouldn't need to.
The light has left him. Ammunition is low.
And I'll take the 64 here and hope it's okay if we leave him without. Alright.
I have failed this. I must have ammunition.
Okay, so she could grenade these two, which is kind of interesting. No, she can only grenade one. Man, it may have been a bad risk to move up here, but I don't think they can move an attack based on how they worked
Orders
last time.
confirmed. Moving
So, I think this should be good enough.
Kill confirmed!
Man, these rookies do a disproportionately good job at killing zombies. That, of course, I spoke
Not
too soon.
good.
Alright. And then you can move up here and take a shot at the last one. And I think we'll be okay even if you miss.
Kill confirmed.
Alright. And
Good to
reload.
go. Burn through ammo fast. Think we've got something here. Just need another minute.
You have your minute.
So I think I just get to reload and then Overwatch here. I like this position out in the open.
Come get some!
And,
Must reload now.
don't see any on the radar, so...
Attacking on sight.
I'm on it. Sounds like the Lost are getting a lot closer to our position, Commander. Prepare for more incoming. These Lost seem to be pretty sensitive to noise. The sounds of combat are likely to draw even more of them. We've found a new route that should get you to the rendezvous point safely. The Lost are still converging on the area, so make it fast.
That will not be a problem.
Alright, so, definitely want to focus on large moves here that expose a lot of territory, which is really fun because it's actually the opposite of how it normally works. Can Can you grapple up to here? Awesome.
A useful aid.
So that actually gives us a pretty clear sightline of the entire area, so we can get a good run up
Closing
here
on
with our other
target
guys.
position now.
I still think that dashing up rather than overwatching is a little bit risky here. The real goal isn't actually to get the overwatch, it's just that you don't want to stumble into enemies with only one move on any of your troops. Oh, good lord.
It is dead.
Yeah, that's no joke about a swarm there.
Hostile neutralized.
Alright, so can all three of you sprint to the evac zone? And can I have a turn? No, all three of you cannot. So, I do think the way these work, it actually just makes more sense to run than to fight. Well, how many of these guys are there? Oof. So if I just sprint for the evac zone, I assume these can't attack me. It's a really scary assumption to be making, but I think just trying to wade through these on a bunch of missed chances is just a recipe for disaster.
Running.
So run for it, rookie. And also everyone else.
Double time.
I advance.
Literally the opposite of the truth. What do you got, zombies? No attacks. Alright, so I get to move all of my guys into the evac zone, take as many shots as I want, and then evacuate. So that's actually pretty nice for grinding a little bit of extra XP. Alright. So,
I go.
Mox, you're up first.
We take from the Elder stock. Soon to be out of ammunition. Their casualties grow.
And then you get
Reinitializing.
reload.
I have no more ammunition.
Get a kill this one. Ah! Oh my god, I did not realize... Okay, well, almost got screwed there.
I'm running low on ammo. Heading to that location.
Moving out.
Outrider and the first team should be waiting for you ahead. I know this wasn't the easiest stop, but I have to believe it'll still be worth it in the end.
That depends on the Reapers.
Alright. So I thought that would be a normal evac zone where I could move people in and then fire, which it was not. So missed out on a little bit of XP cheese there, but didn't want to risk screwing it up by misunderstanding the mechanics again. The lost do seem to be a little fiddly as to what gives you reactions and what doesn't.
Rendezvous point directly ahead. Let's try and play nice today, people.
So, Advent's most brutal captain comes to atone for his crimes.
I am no longer that being. I am free now.
Taking off that helmet does not change what you are. Reapers have long memories. Elder Craxard. Anytime.
The way I see it, we have two options. Join forces and kick the Elders off our world, or kill each other here and now. The choice is yours.
Oh, new friend.
done that before. No one shall ever do that again.
What the hell is that?
Exciting.
Prima, Elder Assassin, relentless death that stalks my kind. Butcher of freed Advent.
My people face another like her. They are the undying, Advent's curse upon us. We must combine strength if we are to have any chance of success.
You are welcome to try.
Huh. Do we actually get the mission here?
Your Reapers face a being such as this?
They appeared without warning years ago. Had they not,
All right.
we would have already regained our home.
Such arrogance. The Elder's
Man.
will extends throughout the universe.
This mission just keeps throwing surprises.
Of their instruments.
Alright, defeat the Chosen. Don't allow either of these guys to die. So what's the map look like? We are backed up here, got some high ground. Presumably we'll need to push forward. A lot of territory up here. Wow, this map's huge. Uh-oh. Alright. Bottom corner here. Top corner here. Alright, so we have a shadow is a pretty huge advantage, because that gives us a lot of scouting ability. So I think I like moving her up here. Man, this green tint on this screen is kind of a beating. No sign of anything, so then I like just, let's line some friends up here on the high ground. Do these guys have their grenades and stuff refreshed? They do not. Wow, alright. I mean, that makes sense, but, it's a little bit of a beating.
Closing on target position now.
So, gonna play this pretty cautiously to start.
I go as ordered.
Alright.
Will not waver.
Come get some.
Moving to Overwatch.
Reapers are
Smoke grenade is nice. I should have reloaded there. I can throw one
I'm
reload
ready.
here. It's a little... I don't think anything's gonna blunder into us this turn. Hello.
A new world awaits me.
Okay. Okay, we're getting some information here. Does not trigger Overwatch. Cool. Missed shots generate shielding. Alright. Weaknesses. Increased damage from close attack. Increased damage from Reapers. Jaxer Madrone.
You will never see.
Okay. So she just teleports around like an asshole. I kind of like the idea of getting Mox up here with his grappling hook, if we can manage that. So let's get our
go
nice
where
little
I
Shadow
need it.
Scout.
We are compromised.
Okay. So, you got a nice 94, and you deal increased damage because you're a Reaper. So, I'm just kind of on board with just taking this shot immediately and seeing what happens. Haha! Nice! That is a ridiculous hit to get early on.
Conflict to be so exhilarating.
Wait, did that one-shot her?
XCOM. Still, the Elder's will is at
dispersal waves emitting from that pod are crisscrossing a massive area.
Meaning that thing just rang the dinner bell for every remaining Lost in the city.
An accurate assessment. The entire Lost biomass seems to be converging on this position.
Then let's get you all the hell out of there.
Oh my
Firebrands en route to the evac coordinates now. Get moving.
Really? Jesus. Okay. So, it's a little awkward. I don't know whether the Lost are an effectively infinite force and I'm supposed to be sprinting past them, or if I can actually just fight my way through. I also don't know whether this beacon is actually a thing that is attracting them, or if it's just broadly there's going to be a lot of Lost showing up. So regardless, there's this giant building. You really want open sightlines against the Lost. Probably. Man, I do not... One-shotting the Chosen is pretty great, but I don't know that it actually put me in a great position here. I think plan is just group up all troops, ignore cover, ignore high ground, just move as a little sphere of death, and try and kill whatever we can.
Tactical movement.
Understood. Moving out.
Moving out.
Alright. Mox has still got 2. Everyone else just move as close as you can to the big glowy death ball and Overwatch, I guess. You know, I'm actually just going to run him up into the middle. He's pretty far away, and his Overwatch is pretty bad.
Moving.
Alright.
I will watch.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Now everyone do your best to shoot all the zombies that show up. I do really like how good gunslingers are against the Lost. It's very stylish.
No more.
Hostile neutralized.
Initial
that
analysis
your
of these
second
creatures'
promotion?
movement patterns reveals an almost coordinated attack strategy. Perhaps they're not the mindless automatons they initially appeared to be. An intriguing, if not horrific, possibility.
Alright. So we've got a 71 here. And then that gives us the reload.
Kill confirmed.
Which is not ideal, but
Locked and loaded.
just gonna move everyone up. Okay, yes, Mox's weapon does 3 to 4, so that'll be very good against the 3 health guy here. Oh man, that is not... I think I actually like having someone else take a shot, and then Mox can use his grapple. If
Roger that.
no one else, if we can get one more down. Alright, let's take the 71 here. Cool.
Enemies down.
Man, promotion's all over the place. This is gonna be a great mission.
Volk says I am to obey.
Do it. know, you're not really making a great case for your squad, Reaper.
I'll need more ammo soon.
Alright. So the good news is we got some justice. I wonder if you get the miss, if it still successfully pulls them over and then misses, or not. Pistol Overwatch is good. Normal Overwatch is good. You just run up and join the
Will do.
I like this department store. It's a really classy location for a horror shootout. Definitely adds a kind of I Am Legend feel to the whole thing.
How many of these creatures can still be in this city?
Advent has been sending purifier squads into these cities for years, yet somehow the Lost survive, even thrive. We do not know why.
Oh god, so I do actually have to go through this building. Exciting. I wonder... And it has a bunch of floors? Oof. Alright.
Yes, Commander.
So, can you use your... Okay, you can't use that again for a while. So, I actually just have to take a slightly risky shot on one of these guys, since you're not guaranteed to deal 4 to either of them.
I am almost out of ammunition.
Alright,
Casualties grow.
and you get the 3 reload.
Range weapon. Need ammunition.
So, Kristoff, our most valuable person to protect, can move up there. Rookie on the window. And I'm still kind of using cover out of instinct, even though I'm pretty sure that there's not going to be anything that cares about it.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Alright, so definitely like pistol Overwatch. Like the
Give me time
reload
to
here.
reload.
And probably the move up.
I am trusting you.
I think I'd rather just hunker with you rather than overwatching on your limited ammo. You're good to
Affirmative.
Overwatch.
Covering now. Killing time.
Alright. Next round of friends incoming.
Still moving.
Enemy still up.
I did not exist when this city stood whole. Still, I feel revulsion at what happened to this place, to these people.
I believe you.
The Lost have a really good movement animation too. It definitely does a really good job of conveying like kind of a lurching horror thing going on.
To that position.
So this guy's got really good close range fire, so I'm happy to use him to take out a few of these guys and then reload.
The light has left them. Ammunition is low.
I'm comfortable taking the 96 here.
I am the victor. Mine must have ammunition.
So let's try not to get overconfidence here, as that is a slow and insidious killer. Alright. I don't really like... I kind of want to recloak her and move up at some point, but not just yet, because she's kind of on this side
I
here.
see everything.
Heading there now. In position.
Okay. Got it covered. Moving to position. On Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Alright. Yeah, there's just no end to these guys. Nicely done.
Target's down.
Taken care of.
Good job, Stockton. Oh man, that is a lot of those guys.
One of many.
I got nothing.
So we've got like at least 6 or 7 here. Okay, the
There
Dashers
will come a
have...
day when my people take back this
Red
place
Blue.
for our own.
If they are all like you, that is a likely possibility.
Alright, so I think I like the recloak to try and get a little more information here.
It's time to focus.
Oh yeah, I forgot you get the extra movement on that as well.
I'm trusting you.
Alright, so that gives us a little more idea of the sight on these. Alright, and then Mox can move up here and kill those two probably.
I will go.
I can see at least 2 more back there, which is a little awkward. Alright.
I have failed.
I think I kind of want to grenade that wall. I can kill a few of those guys. And also get some better sight lines to fully figure out what's going on. So I'll go ahead and move up here. Amy. So, I thought I saw somewhere that was hitting the back wall. There we go.
This is for you.
Alright. So now we can see a pretty good number of these guys. So we can take the 75 here, or we can move up for a little better. How many people do we have left? We still have a Shadow, which arguably wasted at this point. And we have 3 more fairly normalish folk. Only one... So I like trying to get up here, yeah, somewhere where you have sight on the 2 health guy to maximize your pistol value. Yep, so let's go ahead and take that shot. Good job.
Nailed it.
And can take a shot on the 3. No luck.
Target's still up.
Alright, so we've got 3 of these guys. I would really like to deal with if possible. This gives a pretty reasonable shot on 2 of them.
Confirmed.
Let's take the 75 here. Jeez. This guy might actually be close enough to hit us. Alright, so you've got Stockton. So you're actually guaranteed to kill that one.
No longer a threat.
And you do get the headshot off of that. That is very significant.
Hostiles pacified. Draining ammo fast.
Let's reload. And hope that all these guys are out of range. So you've got one action. You can do the concealed overwatch, and if anything gets close enough to you to be able to reveal it, you can shoot it. God, there's so many of these. It's a cool mechanic, but I can see it starting to get tedious at some point after the first few hundred kills.
Detecting additional lost converging near the evacuation coordinates. I advise caution. It would seem the lost are on to our strategy.
It is the Elder's will that this alliance fall. It will take more than mere lost for that to happen.
Okay. So, how confident are we that we can just kill all of these guys? I feel pretty confident. These guys, I think, are far enough away that if we just move up to here, we don't have to have guaranteed kills on them. So Mox has a bit of an awkward path around everyone else. But I think I'm okay running him up to here,
As you order.
spending some 100%. Oh, but he only has one shot left. That's awkward. Alright, Pistoly guy, how's your day going?
Confirmed.
Alright, so we get a couple of hundreds on him. Let's hit all the 2s first. So definitely get to kill that one. Alright, and there's this 3 back here that we need to be a little careful about. Alright, and then Mox, you have 100 on this guy? This is not Mox. Mox. 100 on him, 96 on him. So we've got basically these two dealt with. Want to deal with the third guy there. Here might do it, but it might not. Alright. Fournier.
Headed there now.
Man, that guy is annoying. Okay, now we're fully blocking the way. Okay. So, Mox, I'm gonna need you to clear a path through this zone.
They live no more. I have no ammo.
And then you get to 100% this fellow.
Target eliminated.
And then we've got this hidden guy here who keeps flickering in and out of existence. Alright, so I think I want to move her up to here and maybe that breaks her cover, and maybe it doesn't. But at the very least she can kill that if need be, if we can't get anyone else in range to do it. And then we just need a little bit of love on those two guys. Can you throw a grenade that far? I assume we want you to reload. No, you cannot. Okay. So, Rookie with Stockton. Alright, I think we need you to kill that one. Okay. So we can just take 271s here, roll some dice. I mean, I don't think you're doing anything else, son. Fine, taking some slightly rough shots here. Alright, and nothing now. I think those guys will not be able to attack, but it is still generally good to...
Heading there now.
Alright, let's just clear these out, and then we're definitely going to have to break concealment again, which... not ideal, but I feel like we got a reasonable value out of it on this fight.
Need a
I
resupply.
must reload.
This get in vision? It does.
Headed there now. Good
not
My
revealed.
ammunition is almost gone.
I had actually forgotten that had the decent shot at that.
Give me a minute.
Reload. And Overwatch. Overwatch.
Scanning. Firebrand's in position, but the evac zone's even hotter than we thought. Running out of time here, people.
Tell her to hold as long as she can. We
Alright,
will
so I
be
could
there.
cheese this out a little longer, but I think I'm good to just run everyone into the evac zone. Anyone get there with the blue move? Yes.
Moving as ordered. Now we fight in the open.
Alright, cool.
Getting it done.
Alright, through the story mission with no casualties. Not bad.
Rolling out.
I go quickly.
No need to ask twice.
I wonder if this is just a story mission change to evac zones, or is a general rules
Solid
change?
copy.
I assume it's just for some specific missions.
The entire swarm converges upon us. We cannot hold this position much longer.
Outrider to Avenger, where the hell's our exit?
This is as low as I can get her.
No! I do not intend to die this day. I will follow.
We still haven't seen a Lost attack anyone yet.
Fox Tala 410.
Time to return home, traitor.
What a jerk! I liked him. I'm just angry because I killed you in one attack.
Our new alliance with these outlying resistance factions presents
Yeah,
an
promotions
intriguing
across the
opportunity
board.
to study the varying means of
Also
survival they each
tired, though.
employed all these years.
Alright, how we doing? So we got a Reaper.
We may have chosen a different means of resistance, but our people fight for the same reason, for the world we once knew. Together we will end this occupation, or die trying.
The Resistance factions take a more flexible approach to training than traditional soldiers.
Oh.
They can often learn multiple new abilities with each promotion. They will adapt to follow your choices, Commander.
Alright, Shadow seems better. Interesting. Alright, so I'm not going to level her up just yet. Want to figure out a little more of what my goals are there. Alright, so Rookie leveled up into a Specialist. Alright, now Blast Padding and Shredding are both very strong, but I am a much bigger fan of Shredder. The big thing is that Blast Padding only gives you 1 armor for the entire game, whereas Shredder levels up how much the cannon shreds armor with weapon level. So once you get towards the late game, Shredder is shredding 3 armor, but Blast Padding is only giving you 1. So I could see going for Blast Padding for a bit of early game push, but I just feel like Shredder is way better over the course of the game. With, of course, the caveat that all of my knowledge is based on pre-War of the Chosen. So it is quite possible things I know will have changed. Alright, got another Grenadier, which is great. They are very important. And we have our Sniper has leveled up. So I broadly like the Gunslinger tree better. I feel like Gunslinger just gives you a ton more utility and flexibility, when you're in a good position sniping, you can do a pretty awesome job at that regardless of which tree you're in. But when you start getting into a hairy situation, you really want the flexibility the Gunslinger tree offers. That said, I think Long Watch is good enough to be worth taking over Return Fire, even if you are going into the Gunslinger tree. Like, you just generally don't want your troops taking fire, period, and if they are, getting 2 to 3 damage back is just not super relevant, whereas being able to, like, get overwatches from across the map is absolutely amazing. Alright, so we can see that these guys are tired. I'm not exactly sure how that works. I assume that means we're not supposed to bring them on missions until they recover, or maybe it's fine, but they'll just, then we, yeah, I'm not sure exactly how to work. Who's Dragonova like? Get along pretty well with Amy. Alright. So yeah, Amy and Dragonova are getting along. May want to send them on another mission together at some point. Everyone likes Amy. She's just very friendly. And, you know, of course, Stockton, also a very popular fellow, can carry some of that over. No items recovered. Assume that's just not possible for this mission.
Efficiently executed and no casualties. You could lead the Reapers any day, Commander. Well done.
Ah, also got a scientist. That seems really paltry in comparison to, like, all the cool teammates and stuff we got.
Promises of rescue are always a valuable tool in extracting intelligence from these human prisoners.
Alright, during the execution of this mission, Mox was captured. So we can determine whether they're being held, and then take another one to go and try and rescue them, presumably.
We've had our suspicions, but before now we've never had the resources to investigate the possibility of clandestine Advent facilities built up outside the city center. Now that we've gotten word of this black site,
Alright.
I have to admit, I'm worried about what we might find.
So we'll have to figure out how I want to level her before the next
resistance
mission.
factions can help us locate our captive soldier if we deploy on a covert action alongside them.
Thank you for sending additional support staff to assist me, Commander.
Right.
I will make
What
sure
else we got
they're
going
put
on?
to good use.
Looks like we got... Okay, this is just telling us we got a new soldier. Alright, so let me see if there's a tooltip or something for tired. Tired 11 days. Alright, no immediate information there. Gonna be back in the field. Got some information about what we've killed so far. 61 lost so far. That's not bad, considering we've only had 2 missions with them. Alright, so that was a really good mission. I have a couple thoughts on it, but I'm actually going to go ahead and take a 5-minute break right here to gather my thoughts, refresh my drink and such. So I will leave you all and be back shortly.